final deadline from an alleged ransom note that demanded millions of dollars in cryptocurrency for the release of Nancy Guthrie, that deadline has now passed. It was set for 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. The search for the 84-year-old Guthrie is entering its 10th day. Police still have no suspect.
Now, the note received by KGUN, a news station in Tucson, reportedly demanded $6 million in Bitcoin. The Bitcoin account given by kidnappers showed zero balance and transactions. The supposed kidnappers also threatened Guthrie's life if payment was not made by the deadline. The FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department still haven't verified the authenticity of the ransom demand. A spokesperson for the Pima County Sheriff's Department said Monday, quote, "The investigation into Nancy Guthrie's disappearance remains active and ongoing. We understand the significant public interest in this case. However, investigators need time and space to do their work. And if and when relevant information becomes available, it will be shared."
Meanwhile, hours before the alleged deadline on Monday, Savannah Guthrie took to social media urging anyone with information about her mother to come forward. Let's watch.
We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help.
Now, sources familiar with the matter informed Fox News that on Sunday, February 1st, Nancy Guthrie was expected at a friend's home to watch a New York-based church service via live stream and not attend an in-person church service, as reported earlier.
Nancy hasn't been seen since January 31st when her son-in-law dropped her off at her Tucson home after having dinner with him and Nancy's daughter, Annie. So really no new information since we discussed this yesterday. This deadline for a ransom passed, and it appears it was not paid. That seems like a reasonable choice to make, to not pay it. The thinking is that they did not provide proof of life, which generally you would do in order to then actually get a ransom. I'd be very skeptical personally about paying out. Not that I've ever been in this situation or can imagine what people are going through, but I'd be skeptical of paying out a ransom anyway. This doesn't usually end well. I don't think we can come up with a lot of examples of someone paying a ransom and then getting their loved one back alive and everything goes back to normal. That's not a typical occurrence. Again, I've said this, none of this is typical because kidnappings by unknown persons for ransom or whatever are just not common in the U.S. At all. They can happen in other countries. Typically, there is someone close to the person involved, and it is, it's not what it appears to be. Now, this is weird. The police don't have any leads, apparently. Trump said he implied they knew something, but now they're saying they don't really know anything. I presume they've looked into people close to her, and if they're not seeing anything, then maybe it is a stranger. I really don't know. This is a baffling situation, but my gut tells me that it would not just be a kidnapping of Ransom. Now, her daughter's a famous person. She was well known, so it could be a stalker fan thing. There are so many possibilities it could be, but the Occam's razor is just that someone probably harmed her, and
I think day 10 into the investigation, knowing that day 1, the family was saying that Nancy Guthrie needed life-saving medication because she had some ailments.
Right.
You wonder what's happening, like what kind of medication. I mean, I have family members. We all do that.
Blood
deal with
on
medication,
the
right?
Found.
So
none of these are good signs.
Right. So we kind of would like updates to the public, and I really would hope that we're leaning towards the side of the president where he's saying he has more information than they're telling the American public, because to think that the FBI, local law enforcement, and all these different entities are over this one specific case and putting so much resources into it, and we're going 2 weeks in with not one person of interest, that's kind of disturbing. And not that it would be a fault of theirs if it really is just no clues, but this has to be the biggest mastermind we've seen in generations then. Right. And that's the thing.
I mean, it has only been 10 days, and in this era of mass surveillance,
it's kind of hard
extraordinarily likely someone will see something and speak up at some point, but we just have to wait for that.
Coming up, data from the DHS shows that the vast majority of those arrested by ICE were not charged with violent crimes. Stick around for that in My Lens.